With the holidays just around the corner, it's likely that either you will be a host or maybe a house guest sometime soon. Well, either way, never a bad idea to brush up on some of those etiquette do's and don'ts. So we go to expert Diane Gottsman. She's got some tips for us in terms of do's and don'ts. Good to see you. This is a busy time of year, isn't it?
It is.
Especially for you and your school.
And you know, we're all anxious because we're preparing for the holidays, and there's always questions that come up. So this is a great time to talk about some.
We have a great list for you. Now let's show you this first graphic here. How to be the perfect house guest. So number one, what do we need to do?
Make sure your host knows when you're arriving and when you're departing, and don't surprise the host by saying, well, now I'm coming in a day early, because you know the hosts are planning in advance for you, and they're maybe taking off work. So if you say you're arriving at 2 o'clock on Saturday, come 2 o'clock on Saturday.
Okay, and then don't leave later than you're scheduled either.
Right.
That can put a strain on.
Put a damper on it.
In more ways than one.
I think I'll stay an extra week.
Okay, yeah. In-laws? No,
yeah.
No, just kidding. Okay, pay special attention to your host's likes or dislikes and bring a gift.
And what I mean by that is, if you know who you're going to visit, and we normally do if we're going to stay at someone's home or even go to a party, think about what they like and show up with a gift.
What if you don't know what they like, though?
Then bring something safe. You know, something, and especially since it's the holidays, it can be kind of fun, some really festive soaps for the holiday, or perhaps, don't bring flowers unless you send it in advance in a vase, or you come with a vase, which you don't want to slosh around in your car if you're driving. You're certainly not going to bring it on the airplane.
Oh, okay.
So you can send some flowers in advance, and
so
that's
is
a nice little
considered
gift.
tacky to bring the flowers in a cellophane? Okay.
Well,
really?
especially if you're hosting a dinner party and I hand you the flowers. Now you have to stop what you're doing and go find a vase and clip them and cut the leaves.
But more importantly, never show up empty-handed.
Don't show up empty-handed.
Okay, that would be considered rude. Okay, number three, be specific on who will be arriving with you. Yeah, you don't want any unexpected guests.
Right, or pets, you know, so they show up and you've got two of the little pooches. Or, oops, I forgot to tell you I brought my 7-year-old daughter, which would all be fine if it's okay with them and you've let them know in advance.
I see, okay. Number four, immerse yourself in daily household tasks. I mean, this seems to be a given that you would obviously offer to help.
That's right. You know, it does seem like it's a given, but you know, oftentimes we forget. We are so excited to be at somebody else's home. We don't ask if we can help with the kitchen. We might offer to make some coffee. Don't go into their powder room, into their bathroom, and use up all the hot water and leave your towels on the floor. You're not in a hotel.
Right. Yes. No, I'm sure there are people who act that way, and they expect to be served and waited on.
Yes, exactly.
And that's not very nice to do, so you don't want to do that. Number five, offer to take your host out for lunch or dinner. This is something that you might forget to do. You're so wrapped up in being served, and especially like Thanksgiving and Christmas time. It is nice to reverse the role.
And depending on how long you're staying, once may not be enough. You know, if you're staying for a week, take them out for lunch one time, dinner for another. And you know, entertaining over the holidays in general does not have to be expensive. It can get pricey. But if you want to have some people over to your home, you might say, you know what, we're going to have a potluck festivity. Come and bring your favorite side dish, or come and bring your favorite dessert.
And real quickly, what if they refuse? How are you supposed to handle that?
If they refuse to
go to lunch with you, or I mean, things that you offer to do, and they say no, 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 but you really want to show your gratitude.
Sure. Okay, then you do it in different ways.
Okay.
If they absolutely refuse, and when you leave them you might go off by yourself and rent your own car if they don't have an extra car for you, and go get a gift certificate to some place, or send them a nice gift in the mail.
Well, and definitely send them a note thanking them for
no question.
Diane, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Some good tips.